Hi folks, third video in the set, I do suppose. Well, the doggies just had a rich tea biscuit each, so yeah. But they had a walkies in the woods as well earlier. Well, they've had a walkies with the whacking the ball, and then that was earlier, and then the last walk of the day is woods walk, and they thoroughly enjoyed that, so therefore that's good. Well, so I just had a little snack or a biscuit, and then I had the rest at supper time. So there you go. Right, lay down, you two. Go on. You ready, Becky? Lay down. So basically, okay, let's finish this one off. I've done the one about Mrs. B and people who want to do stuff like that, and leaders. So look, basically, yes, the last video was having quite a go at leaders, but then again, come on. Unlike them, I care more about their destination than whether they get offended by what I'm saying. Couldn't care less whether they get offended by what I'm saying. If it can help one of them to avoid going to hell for eternity, then, and leading a church of people to hell for eternity, then it's worth doing so. It's worth offending 100 if it gets one to turn things around. I couldn't care less about the feelings of these people. I really couldn't care less. It's not as if, when they're sending people to hell, it's not as if they really care less about the feelings of the people that they're dealing with. Or, to be honest, it's not as if they care about the spiritual situation of the people. I care about that. I couldn't care less about their feelings. They care about the feelings. I care about the spiritual. There you go. And therefore, sometimes the truth is going to blinking hurt. But the reality is, if you're choosing to do things according to this world, and you are a leader of a church, then you're leading people according to this world. According to this world is no different to where they were before they came to God. You're leading them straight back to where they were before. And according to church understanding, yeah, that is a pathway to hell. That's your understanding, not mine, yours. Huh? And yet people give me a dislike for the video because I'm calling out the stupidity as stupid. But you don't have to do it. You know, when I was going to the River Church, they were telling me, yeah, but you shouldn't be talking about what we're doing on YouTube. Stop bloody doing it. Start doing better things so I can talk about you doing better things. No interest. Rather than do that, they ban people so they can't talk about the crap they're doing in church. Jeff Oakes was the pastor of that church. I'm not sure if he still is. It doesn't really matter, really, does it? He will be joining the members of that church. A lot of them who are on their way to hell now. He'll be joining them. Because that's what he's chosen. The whole point, folks, if you choose a safe, comfortable life, as a human being, you will spend eternity in hell. That's the reality. Right? I knew that as a baby. We were told about the wide path and the narrow path. We were told how the wide path is really comfortable and has all the wonderful things that we like from the world, because that's the path to hell. The path to heaven is that windy, very, very difficult path that's, you know, you fall over sometimes, and yeah, there's got struggles in that path. Yeah. That's the path to heaven. Okay? Yep. Indeed. Yeah. I learned that over 30 years ago. There are people in the church that actually think the wide path is the path to heaven. Why? Because it feels comfortable. As I said, this whole point about, peace be with you, peace man, and that means comfort, that means quiet. It means that you shouldn't be offended. Oh my God, man. How on earth do you think twisting that to that means that that's of God. How could that understanding ever be of God? You only have to look at what Yeshua went through. Look at what the apostles had to go through. What Paul had to go through. That's the image of someone who's doing things according to God. And peace be with you is peace in that. That's the point of the peace. The peace is for when you really need peace. Peace be with you is for situations where peace isn't the natural. What you believe is right is peace being natural. Peace being there all the bloody time. So what people in church should be saying to people is disruption and violence be with you. Because that's the thing that's never bloody well there. Maybe that'll help them to be focusing on God, won't it? Really, rather than focusing on the ways of the world. Say you've got safe space colleges or places in colleges that are safe space. Church is the same. It's safe space. Again, I would put money on the fact, if I had to, put money on where that started, the colleges, the world, or the church, I would say the church. I would say the church has infected society with this belief, rather than the other way around. Now, I know I've probably done videos in the past saying the opposite. But that was when I didn't have understanding. Yeah, I believe now it's the church. It's come from the church. But then again, it doesn't matter really where it started from. The fact it's in the church and in the world means the church is doing things according to the world. Or doing things the same as. And that's a big problem. But again, to most people in church, it's not a problem. Yeah. They think it's more of a problem if you offend people. Yeah. So there you go. Guarantee everyone's offended God. If you think offending people means that you should ban people, you've offended God.